Hi everyone, welcome back to NAANEP TV. Today we are going to discuss the command MVSETUP. What is the purpose of the command MVSETUP? What are the options available and how to do it? What is MVSETUP? MVSETUP is to set the paper size and the scale. If you are preparing a drawing like this one, the simple room that we did last time, after finishing it, definitely you have to print it out for submission to clients or for your personal checking. Because most of the cases that are, what we see here is not what we actually see in a printed copy. Okay, so the best way to do is to prepare a check print. That is one thing, one purpose of the MVSETUP. Make a print in the required scale or to whatever size we want to print the drawing onto. Okay, so we'll now proceed with the execution of the command. So the thing we have to type is MV Manila Victory, then set up, enter. For this one, enable paper space, we just answer no. Enter units, say engineering. No, metric. Let's use metric. There. What are the scale factors that you want to use? For example, for this particular drawing, we want to print into A4 size at the scale of say 1:50. So we type here 50, 50, then press enter. Then it will ask you what is the paper size, width, what is the width of paper. So we type, as we discussed previously, if you are not familiar with the paper width sizes or available paper sizes, please watch the tutorial on paper sizes. So here we are now going to use A4 size paper. So the width of A4 size paper is 210. That is upright. Yes, we're going to print this one upright, 210, and then the height will be 298. Please don't change this one, because if we're going to change it to 300, this is the standard size, 298 by 210 of the A4 size paper. So after typing 298, we press enter. There. We already have the paper upright position. It always go back to 00. So you have to drag it here. So this is the thing. Now you can see, if you're going to print, if you're going to require a scale of 1:50, paper that you're going to use is A4 size, it will be printed out this size. So we try again and adjust. Maybe we try 1:10. MVSETUP. Enable paper space? No, we answer no. Units, metric. Scale factor 1:10. By the way, for the scale, you're in the building construction, Please do not use other scale, than this. Do not use an even scale. It is not acceptable. Say 1 is to 32, 1 is to 64. These scales are standard. It should be at least by tens. The scale is that for details, will be 1 is to 10, 1 is to 5, 1 is to 2 if really small detail, 1 is 20, 30, 40, still acceptable, 60 acceptable, 75, 100. Cases are your company already have their standard scales, so you have to refer back to your superiors or your supervisors what scale is needed. Okay, so but for this particular exercise, we are going to use 1 is to 10. So 10, 1 is 10. Then you have to enter again the paper width. The paper width, you still have to input the actual one. So we use A4, so it should be 210. And the height will be 298. There. Always go back to the 0. Then you have to try to see if it fits. There. Now you have your paper. You are sure that once you printed it into A4 size paper, the scale of the drawing is to 1 is to 10. So the thing is that, how about say should be horizontal view. This is vertical view. Okay, so we try to do the same paper, and before that we put it near the 0, 0, so that it will be nearer. Okay, so we try the same scale and paper, but in horizontal view. MVSETUP, enable paper space, no again. You can just type letter N, and then unit is metric, M. Scale factor 1 is to 10. Since we want to print it into scale of 1 is to 10. 10. Then enter paper width. This time, the other way around. Earlier, we encoded the width that we specified is 210. This time, we are going to specify it as 298. Since we wanted it to horizontal view. Then paper height will be 210 or 210. There. Now you have your paper size in A4. So this ones, once you print into A4 size, the scale will be 1 is to 10. Or previously when we did this one, you can also just rotate it. I just showed you the proper way to do it. So this one, you can just rotate. Be sure to toggle F8. So these two papers are the same. These two papers are the same. So for example, you have a company standard title block. For example, this one. This one. And you need this title block inside. The command is, okay, let's erase this one first. And let's move out all the UCS icon because it blocks the view. The command is to the procedure here for you to be able to use this title block. Okay, let me remove this one first. Because this title block is I used in my previous project. So you have to move it. This is no longer in the command, what we are going to do now is no longer in the command MVSETUP. However, this procedure is very important for the scaling of the title block. So we are going to move it. Then I will handle it. In its endpoint. Then place it in the endpoint here, or you can just use perpendicular. Then you have to scale it. Scale, since we just moved this title block, this whole title block. Since we just moved this whole title block, you can just press P for previous. Enter. Since we already selected all the items, specify base point, endpoint. Then here we are going to use the reference option of the scale. So we are going to type letter R. R. Specify reference length, endpoint to endpoint. We are now specifying the length of the big title block because it is the one that the AutoCAD is asking. Then after clicking at the endpoint, then we can now scale the paper. Then here we have to click on the endpoint. Now it is reduced. So for this case, if the orientation that the client really requires it to be horizontal, so now we can use this title block. So you always just have to rearrange the content of your drawing. You can click it there, then move, then previews. Leave, previews again. So that there will be space for our details here. The informations of the revision, so it can be put here. You see, this is an example of the revision. If you already watched the revision block that I made, revision tabulation, the tutorial for the revision tabulation is here. First issue 1, then the revisions, the exceeding revisions happen. Okay, so that's all for now for the MVSETUP. Please take note that the only thing that can make you a good AutoCAD operator is to keep on practicing. keep on practicing our lectures, our tutorial, and exploring. Chances are is that you may discover new commands or new techniques which I didn't cover in my tutorial. It is up to you to develop your own combinations of commands. So that's all for now. So everyone, have a nice day, stay safe, and God bless. Till next time. And also, by the way, please, so that you will be updated on our next tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share NAANEP TV. Okay? Thank you once again.